Hey yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video, and this is the video you have all been waiting for, the final phase of my steroid cycle. Now we started at 11 weeks out looking like absolute shit. Fast forward 8 weeks to now, we are looking like this. Now, I'm not going to show you too much of that check-in. It's safe to say that everything has fallen into place perfectly. And for this last 3 weeks before the show, we have taken a lot of things out. We have added a lot of things in. And I'm going to break down exactly what we did and why. But first things first is we are headed to the gym for an absolute killer leg day. We're going to film and edit in 3, 2, 1. Let's get this shit. Let's rock and roll. Killed that workout edit, and considering that I'm mostly on no carb, that leg day actually felt amazing. My legs were so pumped up, I could barely even feel them, and I could barely even flex them. Let's get into the tea, or the juice, so I should say. Now I want to put a disclaimer out there for a few different things. One, the only reason I'm going through this is for educational purposes. I feel that there's a massive disassociation, I could say, with what it actually takes to compete. You have the right side, which take way too many fucking drugs and still look like absolute shit. And then you have the left side that thinks that they can compete in an untested show and do 10 milligrams of RAD and 10 milligrams of GW and compete. And I'm here to show you guys that it's fucking somewhere in the middle there. But I'm showing you guys what a regional and a pro qualifier stack looks like for an average person that doesn't want to go pro. I'm not here trying to take 12 IUs of serostim growth hormone, dropping $70,000 a year on steroids. I love to compete. I love bodybuilding. I love powerlifting. I love bettering myself. Nothing or no one that is going to tell me anything that's going to stop me from doing that. I have amazing genetics to getting strong. I squat in the 800. I bench in the 5s. And I deadlift close to 800. And I know that there's not many people on planet Earth that can do that. And when my back is healed, I will be coming back for my #1 spot. I don't really have the genetics to be an IFBB Pro elite bodybuilder like Nick Walker. But that doesn't mean I can't compete to the best of my abilities. And that's what you guys don't understand, is I'm doing this purely because I love to do this. And I want to show you guys that there is a healthy way to do this. There is a balanced way to do this. So let's get into the exact stack. We're gonna start with all the orals, then we're gonna go to the injectables, then we're gonna go to general health, and then we're gonna go to the anti-estrogens. I'm just gonna give you guys a little bit of insight on each thing, why we either added it or took it out, or why we've kept it the same through the entire prep. If you guys have not seen phase 1 and phase 2, I highly recommend you go check that out so you can see how we changed from 11 weeks to 3 weeks out. And now these last 3 weeks are gonna be some of the most crucial times to bringing in this first show at 85%. We do 20 milligrams of GW or Cardarine, and we split that 2 times. I do 1 pre-cardio and I do 1 pre-training about midday. GW isn't a stimulant, so you could take it before bed if you want. One of the known side effects of GW is it messes up with your circadian rhythm, which is basically your sleep and wake cycle. I don't know if taking it before bed directly affects your sleep and wake cycle more, but I just try not to take it before bed because personally, it's more of a placebo in my head that if I take it earlier in the day, I can try to know that I can get a better sleep. We do 40 milligrams of Anavar. We split that twice a day. We do 20 milligrams in the morning, 20 milligrams at night, and that is just to help preserve muscle mass. You guys know that I'm doing 2 no carb days, 1 day at 100 grams, 3 no carb days, and then 1 day at 600 grams. On those no carb days, the last thing that you want is to lose muscle mass. And Anavar is just something that's super easy to add in, that's virtually not toxic whatsoever, that just helps you retain muscle. We do 75 micrograms of T3. Now T3, your body naturally produces about 25 micrograms, 50 micrograms when you're 200 pounds, 220 pounds of muscle anyways. So doing 75 micrograms of T3 is just enhancing that thyroid so we can lose more fat. And we split that 3 times in the day, once before cardio, once before training, and then once before my 3rd cardio session later that night. And then what we did add in is 50 micrograms of T4. This is my first time adding in T4. I heard it's very beneficial to add in, especially when you're taking growth hormone. So I'm excited to see if it does make a difference over the last 3 weeks. But then again, who really fucking knows? Because I'm dieting my fucking ass off right now. We have added in 25 milligrams of Proviron. We split that morning and night. Again, just a little bit harder muscle. And for me, it also helps the look and appearance of my skin. And then we do 2 pills of Helios, which obviously you guys know that by now. 1 in the morning, 1 pre-cardio. That's the caffeine, nicotine, albuterol, and yohimbine. I threw that up on the markplummer.com and we sold 50 fucking units in 2 days. And people are messaging me, asking me am I gonna keep it forever? And yes, it's gonna stay on the website forever because it really fucking works. Now, the injectables. We were doing 400 milligrams of Test Nth and 100 milligrams of Test Prop. We have switched that to 300 milligrams of Test Prop. That's it. Yeah, boy, we're only running 300 milligrams of testosterone because we are only doing fast ester things. A lot of you guys kept asking why you're doing a slow ester and a fast ester is because towards the end of the contest prep, around this 2.5 week out mark, you switch to all fast esters so that a week out you can drop you can drop all the injectables and you will not be holding any water retention whatsoever. If you're taking Test Sip and then you have to drop that, technically you have to drop that 2 weeks out from the show to come in as dry as you want, and you risk losing a lot of muscle mass. We kept the mast prop the same at 300 milligrams and the Tren Ace the same at 250 milligrams, and we are on an every other day injection schedule. So I just do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, and just keep going like that. And because the dosages are so low, it only makes it about a 2 cc shot, so I can do my shoulders, my quads, my glutes, my lats. Fuck, I've even done my biceps. I really thought injecting my biceps would like cause more scar tissue and cause them to grow. That's not the case, actually. I actually just injected my bicep and couldn't even move my arm for like 2 days. Growth hormone, we are still doing 6 IUs a day. We are doing 2 IUs fasted in the morning. We're doing 2 IUs post-workout before I eat. And then we're 2 IUs right before bed. Obviously, those 3 times is when your blood sugar is the absolute lowest, and those are the most beneficial times to take growth hormone, in my specific opinion. And as for the anti-estrogens, we have taken out Arimidex and we have added in Nova at 20 milligrams a day and Letro at 2 milligrams a day. Now, Letro is the strongest anti-estrogen that you could possibly get. It basically stops estrogen production. You feel like a bag of dicks, you have no sex drive, but this completely drains all estrogenic side effects and water retention. The minute you start taking Letro, especially when you're on Letro and then you drop the testosterone dosages, that's when you really start to see yourself dry out. And that is what we are going to see over the next 3 weeks, because I'm virtually lean enough to compete right now. I'm just holding a thin layer of water over my entire body. And that is what we are slowly getting rid of over the next 2.5 weeks. The Novadex we added in because we wanted to do an experiment to see if this is scar tissue or gyno. And we are not 100% sure yet because we just added it in today. So we'll see what happens. And that is it. And that is our 3-week out stack cycle. It's nothing crazy. Post-show, we're going to be coming off all drugs except 300 milligrams of Test N and 500 milligrams of EQ. I'm actually leaving for LA Zoo Culture Woodland Hills on April 5th. And we are going to be there for the entire month of April. So if you guys are in the LA area, we're probably going to do a meetup at Zoo Culture. We're going to lift some heavy weight. We're going to still be dieting and still on prep. But because we have a block where we don't have to really take any drugs and we don't have to like kill ourselves because there's 9 weeks in between both shows, we're gonna have some fun. This is just my personal cycle on what my body needs to be able to come into this show in 2.5 weeks and win. That is the only goal. We wanted to come in at 85%, win heavyweights, win overall, and take that momentum and go into the Toronto Pro Qualifier where I will get my ass absolutely handed to me. But with that said, we're just here for a fucking good time, not a long time. And I did get blood work done 2 weeks ago, which I am going to go over the results, but unfortunately I got locked out of my Dynacare app, and it's just kind of been a nightmare to get into that. And a lot of you motherfucking haters on here saying like, yo, you look fucking 6 weeks out, bruh. The point is the progression. It's easy to crash diet yourself, be ready 4 weeks out, and then string bean yourself to the day of the show. All you motherfuckers for years, yo, you'll never be a powerlifter. You'll never win. Well, guess what, motherfuckers? The only thing I do is win. So I'm gonna wrap up this video here. Kind of a shorter video today, but I kind of just wanted to bring some realistic expectations on what's been going into this. Show you guys exactly what it takes. So thank you so much for watching. We are growing this YouTube channel like crazy again. We are going up like 1,000 subscribers a week. So thank you guys so much for that. Make sure to like, comment, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't. And I know that we can hit 100K by the Toronto Pro Qualifier, so just make sure to hit that subscribe button. Is much appreciated. Next week, I'm gonna be doing a steroid side effect video on the exact side effects that I'm experiencing right now. And let's just say there's a few ones that are kind of awkward. So make sure you stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.